All right, welcome back to a very special video because today Streamlined is hiring. I'm hiring, and I just want to tell you a little bit about this role. So in this video, I'm going to have chapters. The first chapter is about this role, how you can get hired, what the role entails. And then if you're interested in more so kind of the theory of when you should hire for your SaaS or why, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later because this is something I've been putting off for a long time, and I finally just decided it makes a lot of sense to do it. And so first things first about this role. So if you're interested, you can click the link below in the description, and I'll have this page on Notion, which then has the application you can fill out here. And as far as this role goes, I have a little bit of information about the business as a whole. If you're watching this video, you probably already are somewhat familiar, but we're a data analysis platform. So we intake data from a CRM called High-Level, and we help businesses analyze phone calls and conversations and tons of other stuff so that they can get insights that they need to grow their business. So this is a B2B SaaS. And I have information about our stack. This is fully serverless in a PnPM mono repo using all TypeScript. And we use a bunch of different tools for our backend. In a lot of cases, that's Cloudflare. And then our front end is your classic Next.js, Tailwind, and Shadcn. So what I really need for this role is someone who can own, there's so many bugs and things in the backlog of Streamlined that I just don't have time to deal with because I need to focus on making the product better. And you'll do that as well. But for now, the main thing we need to do is investigate a bunch of bugs that are going on, close customer tickets when they say something isn't working, and basically just help me kind of keep the system up and running in a good way. And then as far as a good fit, I imagine us basically working together over Slack, doing video calls and having you maybe design systems or find bugs and present maybe a bug. And so you need to be good at communicating in English, ideally written and video, because Loom in a lot of cases is a much easier way to convey kind of a bug or something. And so you should be able to do that. And then also it's a plus if you're passionate, if you enjoy designing systems and find satisfaction in debugging things. And also this role is fully remote, fully asynchronous. So we'll probably be messaging, not calling very often. And you need to be comfortable basically being a self-starter, being autonomous, being able to just kind of take the job by the balls and just get stuff done. And so the compensation, I'm looking to pay between $2,000 and $4,000 a month based on experience and hours. That's USD. And then the schedule, I'm still not 100% sure on this, 5 to 6 days per week, 4 to 8 hours per day. So this is probably something between 30 and 40 hours a week. But again, that pay is going to be pretty static. And then as far as the hiring process, so you'll submit this application form, we review your answers, complete a short paid task, and this is gonna be a system design task. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but I'll give you a spec on what I want you to do, and I'll pay you $100 USD. Then we'll do a paid trial period, so 2 to 4 weeks working directly with me, and then after that, you're hired. And here's the application, basic contact info, asking about what you're comfortable with, and then there's a free form answer, which this is the main thing that I'm looking at. Of course, it helps if you have experience with these things, Postgres being really important. And then as far as the free form answer, this is where you can separate yourself from basically everyone else. And what I'm looking to see here is basically communication. So if you choose to respond in a video recording, that's honestly a plus to me. I also want to know how you got into programming and a project you're proud of, because I want to see that you're passionate about programming and building things. And then also I want to learn about how you use AI tools. We use AI tools heavily, and so you'll be expected to do that. And then also this one, just to hear about a bug or technical issue, because I want to see how you debug things and think about that stuff. But also don't overthink it. You can kind of just do a mind dump like I'm doing here. So that is the entire application. And then, like I said, this is the hiring process. Now I'll get into more the business side of things and why I'm thinking about hiring. So for a while now, I've been doing most of my programming with Claude 4.6 Opus using Cursor. And I really like programming, but unfortunately to move fast, you just have to use AI, and AI is brilliant in so many ways. And so the only issue with AI is I'm spending so much of my time designing systems, trying to come up with elegant bug fixes, doing all these things. And that doesn't leave me a lot of time for the other things that are going on in this business, like serving customers and helping them and getting on calls and all these other things that have to happen. And so what I imagine working with an engineer is going to be like is basically you gain an additional layer of leverage. So if you think about it, in the old days, you would be the one designing the system. You determine what needs to be built, then you design the system, then you actually design like the code and how that's going to work, and you implement it, right? Now with AI, you basically design the system, you still determine what has to be built, then you design the system, and then finally you actually you get AI to build out the actual code. And so that's one layer of leverage up. But then I think the next level of that is going to be basically determining what needs to be built and then having you determine how that thing needs to be implemented and then going there and implementing it. So like I said, for now it's bug fixes, but in the future it's going to be designing systems and helping me actually build out the product because there's a lot to be done there. So basically I want to gain like that extra level of leverage so that I'm able to kind of detach myself a little bit from the code base and I can focus on these bigger picture things. And honestly, like, I don't know, for so long I like this idea of like a really lean company where it's just me and then I have AI agents doing different parts of the business. But what I've come to realize is like I've moved to basically like I'm living in Bali right now, actually an island near Bali, and I'm away from my computer a lot of the time and I can't like be on top of bugs, fixes, and customer tickets and things like that. And so I need someone who can be kind of working full time to deal with that stuff. So also I think the main thing is that I'm actually seeing a lot of basically like customers leaving or coming up with their own solutions that kind of mimic what Streamline does. And what I've realized is I really need to double down on the strategic moats that Streamline can have, right? There are already things that Streamline has that separate it from something you could build in Lovable in like, a day or a week. But then we still have the issue, people can just hire like an AI automation agency, or they can they hire a team member to go actually build out and own their own reporting tool. And it's really hard to basically combat that. And so what we need is like really fast, really strong development into the key areas so that we can compete with basically solutions that people are building. A lot of this has to do with the future of SaaS, and I know that Sam Altman said there's going to be $1 billion company that's one person. But I think like in this day and age, there's so much that AI still can't do. There's that classic video going around of like, hey, if I'm going 100 meters to get my car washed, should I walk or drive? And ChatGPT says, you should walk because it's only 100 meters. And through that, you can tell, obviously, AI has no reasoning, no concept of the world. It's just like regurgitating the next word that it predicts. And so you still need a human who can think. And I really think that having another person on the team who can do that and who can own like bigger projects than just like making some code changes is going to be really, really important. So yeah, that's basically my thesis for hiring. It's a really important step in moving Streamline forward and getting us to 100K a month. One other note, I think like I'm going to keep hiring because honestly, 2 to 4K a month, like I really want to, I'm not the smartest programmer. In fact, I might be a jack of all trades, master of none. I can do YouTube and marketing and sales and programming, but I'm not the best. And so I'm really looking for someone who makes me feel like an idiot when it comes to programming. And I think that like the more people I can bring on like that, the faster Streamlined is going to grow into the product that it has to be. So anyways, I don't know. Those are my thoughts. Mainly it's just that I need to move faster because AI is kind of becoming a threat. These platforms like Lovable, it wasn't at first, but there's a lot of flexibility now, and customers are kind of expecting a higher level of service and customization from their softwares. And so Streamline needs to be able to deliver quicker. And yeah, it's just not realistic to do it yourself. So anyways, hopefully this video is helpful. If you're looking for a job, again, apply below. I'm really excited to see your application. I'll keep this application open just because I'm always looking for good engineers. And yeah, hopefully this video helped. Also, if you're running a SaaS, if you're thinking when is the right time to hire, I would say once you start feeling like you can't keep up with the velocity, try to make sure that you have cash flow to support hiring, because you could definitely get to 10K a month. Like that shouldn't be impossible. And then from there, once you have free cash flow, then I would consider like, how fast does our velocity need to be? Like, are we already at a point where we can just focus on selling, or does the product need a lot of development? And especially in an application like this where it's so back-end heavy, if it was just front-end, then that's simple enough. Like, I can just basically edit it and then be pretty confident it's gonna work and fix issues as they arise. But back-end stuff is very complex, takes a lot of reasoning, and that's much harder to kind of handle yourself. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.